Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Jonas, the CEO of Graftus. Hello.
Hello, how
Very
are
nice to
you?
meet you. Doing great, doing great. Please tell
Perfect.
us what is Graftus.
Graftus is a recruitment platform for salespeople. It's more like a search engine. So every sales rep are in like a Tinder environment. So they put up their profile, their experience level, what they're looking for, and their lowest salary expectations. And they are on a mobile device. And then the company is looking for a sales rep is on a web application, and it's like a SaaS platform. So they have a subscription, so they can use the platform and make filters, not job ads, more like filters.
Mm,
And then when they have put in the requirements, they will get up all the sales rep that are matching with the requirements, and then they can discard or they can match. And of course, the sales rep will see it in their mobile
yeah,
device and they swipe left or right, or
that's
they
very
stop.
interesting.
Yeah, and they can match before the company if they want. So the company is more in like an active role when they're looking for a sales rep.
Yeah,
The most common way to find sales rep is you can use a recruitment firm. It's quite pricey,
yeah,
or you put out a job ad. If you put out a job ad, you're in passive recruiting. So you have to wait for the sales rep to applicate for your work.
yes,
And that can take time and you
yeah,
can get low quality, what you say, applicants.
yeah.
But if you use like a filter, you will get the one with the right requirements. So it will save you time and you will get better quality.
How did you discover this problem that you're trying to solve?
I've been working like a company manager in 13 years
Mm,
in B2B and trying to find the best sales rep in Sweden and Norway. It was very hard. It was frustrating because finally we got around 100 applicants. But when you go through them, you have maybe two or three that was good.
yeah,
We were using recruitment firms and they were quite pricey. And then the result was still the same. So one day, for about 1.5 years ago, I woke up and got this idea. Now we have to disrupt the market and make it data driven. Like dating was before, then you have a dating ad in the paper, and
yeah.
then Facebook came and you start to poke people, you look nice, and then Tinder just changed everything and make it more easier. So now it's time for Graftus to disrupt the market and change everything for the sales reps best, and of course for the company as well, because it will be more price efficient and time efficient.
Yeah. And are you planning to stay with the sales industry or is it just a start?
We're going to stay in the sales industry. We're talking to probably in the future add marketing,
Yeah,
because in the modern environment, marketing and sales are more together in SaaS companies and IT companies. So perhaps in the future it can be like a hybrid between sales and marketing. But for now we're focusing on salespeople only.
and have you tried marketing it as a Tinder for salesmen or salespeople?
If I have tried Tinder or if I have tried
No,
the app.
if you tried marketing it as a Tinder for
Yeah, of course. We do it
yeah,
all the time when we talk to people on LinkedIn, because
they
Tinder
remember.
is
Yeah,
yeah, it's an easier way to understand how it works. Uh, but of course, in our platform, you can block your current employer. So if the company are looking for sales rep, they don't find you. I don't know if there is a
mm.
feature in Tinder if you can block your wife, but you can block your employer in
Okay,
in,
okay.
in our platform.
Ah,
Um,
that's smart. Yeah, you're looking for a new job, and yeah, that's smart.
yeah, because sometimes you're in a try period and your job, you don't like it, but you need the money, or you're looking for other opportunities, but you don't want to say to your boss or something, "Hey, I'm gone soon."
That's
So
understandable. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And talking about features, what do you think are your top three features?
yeah, the filter, of course. The filter is the main feature because you will get the most accurate people showing up. It's the most usable feature, of course. The salary feature is very good because the sales rep put in the lowest salary expectation and the companies put in the highest.
Mm.
They don't see each other, but they know they're in the gap. So if
Ah,
you're
okay.
in the gap between the lowest and the highest, you will
Mm.
show up. So if you're in a current job position and you have a very good salary and you have no thoughts about leaving, but you're starting to get people that are matching with you in the platform, that you know, if I have like say 5 grand euro per month
Yeah.
today, I can put in 60,000 euro in the platform. And if I start to get companies that are approaching me, that I know that I will have a bump up in my salary, of course I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
But if I get a DM on LinkedIn, hey, are you interested in this job? So
Yeah. Yeah.
it will be a longer conversation before we can get to the salary part.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's the feature number two, I think. And in Sweden, we have something called bank ID verification. It means that I can verify that I am who I am. So we don't have any spam in the platform. If you heard about all the Twitter and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
spam accounts. So
Yeah.
every user we have is a legit user with a Swedish personal number and a bank ID verification. So
Nice.
all our numbers are for real.
Nice. Nice.
And I think it's a good feature as well.
Absolutely. And what is your plan to disrupt the market? How was the world all the way, and how do you plan to to make it?
We're already disrupting the market because we are faster and we are cheaper than our current, what you say, competition.
Yeah,
So
alternatives.
we are disrupting the market, and for now we have like a filter platform. Later on, I think we will be more like a community as well for salespeople, where they can get information, get tips and ideas from books, podcasts, webinars. So it will be more like a whole community for the salespeople. So we have the higher engagement in the platform. So you will not be on the platform if you're looking for a job. You will be on the platform seeking for information
Nice.
and seeking for people like you competing, sharing sales advice and everything like that. So that's how we are going to disrupt the market.
Nice. Nice. And how did you solve the marketplace problem? How did you find your first companies and your first salespeople?
The salespeople is more like a marketing automation.
Mm.
We have an ICP that we're looking for. So we are targeting the ICP person. I have by myself talked to 400 sales rep before we launched the platform to
Wow.
hear what do they want and what do they need to have in place to use the platform. And of course, when we launched, we send them an email that we are live. For the companies, it's sort of more like cold calling,
Yeah.
of course. And after we did some cold calling and got objections, what they are looking for, what kind of questions do they have, we turn more into like an email outreach campaign structure. As well as I'm doing the cold calling to get updated information about the market right now and tweaking the email outreach.
Yeah. I saw that in the Nordics, cold calling works really well. Uh, how was it
Yeah,
for
it
you?
does. It does. It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. And when did you start Graftus?
We started the working on the project like 1.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been launched for about 13 weeks now. So we're quite new into this, still learning, still humble, still talking to the companies, talking to the sales rep. Can we prove something? is something bad. Just iterating all the time to make a better platform.
And what is your current pricing for companies, if you can share that?
Current,
Pricing.
yeah, it's 1,000 euro, and the first companies get something that we call in Sweden happy customer guarantee.
Okay.
So they are paying one fee up front, and we assure them to find one sign of a sales rep. After that, they go into a subscription environment, and the price is between two different price stages, and it depends how many they think they're going to recruit under the next year. And of course, you're always looking to recruit more, but sometimes you can lose salespeople as well.
Yeah.
And we think this platform will be like, if you use lead generation, you build up a leads pipeline, right?
Yes.
But we look into a recruitment pipeline, because when you're losing a sales rep or when you want a sales rep, you wanted them yesterday and not tomorrow. So that's why we think that if you're doing like a recruitment pipeline, you can have the best sales rep warm under the process, and you will always have place for a good salespeople. Always. So if you find the one, you will make place for them. So that's why we do in a subscription model, because that's why it's more convenient to have a hot or a warm recruitment pipeline. So we can do that because we're data driven. So it's not so high, high price.
High price, yeah. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And I guess for salespeople, it's free.
It's free for now. But of course, later on, you can do like microtransactions to boost your profile or add some extra features. When we
Like
get
Tinder
more
goal.
data, we can, yeah, and then we can add some AI on it, and the AI can help them get notification about some kind of jobs, or help them provide the sales skills or something like that. But not now. Now it's just the company that are paying.
Yeah, and providing value for them to. Yeah, nice. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you planning to raise any funds?
Yeah, we have a round going on right now. We don't need it, but it will help us increase our marketing automation, and we would like to hire some developers so we can iterate faster. It's bootstrapped now. We can survive bootstrapped, of course. So in this environment, it can always be hard to find the right money. We don't just want money. We want the right money, and we want the right people behind it. So that can bring some knowledge to the table and help us build the absolute best recruitment platform that ever been built. So it's not just money, it's the right money. So yeah, we're looking, and I don't know for how long we have to be looking, but if the right money show up, we will not say no.
Nice. Got it. And how big is your team right now?
We are 3 people right now, and we are going to keep it quite small. We will keep the low burn rate, so we can take us to this through this time. And we hire consultants to the platform to iterate and change some crucial parts if it needs to be changing. But now we're going on a very low burn rate.
What was your biggest challenge founding Graftus?
The biggest is always you don't know what you don't know. So for me, building my first platform, it's a lot of you don't know that you don't know. Because if you do that, this can happen. If you do that, that can happen. That was the biggest challenge. And of course, make it slim. You don't need to add another feature. Just make it slim and start early. Make the process and learn on the way. So when we started everything, we was focused on 3 categories. and now we only focus on one, and that's salespeople. So we have been like this, and then we have make a funnel. So
Yeah, simplicity is important, right?
yeah, I think so as well. Of course, I have a lot of ideas, but you have to put some of them apart to focus on the main thing. And we think the filter is the best feature that you can have right now comparing to our competition. So
What's your vision with Graftus? Your main vision?
the world. We're starting in Sweden right now. I have been talking to a lot of companies in England, London. So I know how hard it is for them over there to find salespeople, and the price picture is much higher over in UK where it is in Sweden. So our platform will help them decrease the cost for recruiting salespeople radically over in UK. So I think the UK market will be the second market. Before I thought about Norway, but I just have to push a button and we can have everything in English, and we can start to convert the salespeople in London as well into the platform. So this product is needed everywhere.
That's a good point. Yeah, and I love to hear your backstory before founding Graftus. So how did you start your career?
I started my career way back at the warehouse. I was ice hockey player,
Yeah.
and I was not the best kid in school, so I was just playing hockey. And then I got offered a job offer as a warehouse at the warehouse. And after that, I went to B2B, started knocking on doors and did the cold calling. So I was on the floor, did a very good job, won some sales competition. After that, I went higher up in the ranking, so I was a sales leader. And after that, I became a company manager for a division in Sweden. And after that, that became something called business group manager. So I was responsible for that specific, what you call, not
Group of
branding,
people,
but
or
excuse me.
a group of people, you mean?
Yeah, a group of people, but it was a special part of the company that I was
A department.
responsible for. Yeah. So I
Mm.
was in Sweden and Norway, and I hired people. I went out we did the sales together. I was in the product area, put up new products, new product ideas. So I did a lot of things in that company. I was at that company for 15 years. So
Wow.
that company built me from the ground up. I learned a lot of things at that company. So, but sometimes you need to take a different part. And when this idea came into my head, I couldn't let it go. Because everyone I talked to told me this is a good idea and I think you should go for it. So I did. So I quit my job, and now I'm here.
Nice, nice. And what do you think is the most important quality for a salesperson?
You got 2 ears and one mouth.
Listening.
Listening, of course. You have to listen. And I think in the new market, you will be more like a doctor, asking a lot of questions to understand the pain point at the companies. Because if you don't understand the pain point, you cannot add value. So if you don't add value, you don't have a solution to a problem. So I think that's the most important thing. Some salespeople talk a lot and not listen.
We all know them, yeah.
You
And
all know them, yeah.
what's your best piece of advice for a starting salesperson?
Read, exercise, record all your sales call. If you can, record all your web meetings. Record them, learn, smile, of course. Don't be a robot. Don't go way into a manuscript. You can use some keywords, but you have to be authentic because people buy from people,
Yeah.
and then they buy the product if it adds value. So be you, read a lot, and learn. You never fail. You learn or win. That's the thing. And it's up to you how you see everything. Of course, I failed. No, you didn't. You haven't learned yet. So you have to do it again and again and again. And then you will learn. And when you learn, you will win. Because you will always be a winner when you're learning something new.
You're
And
right.
that's why you should listen more than you talk. If you listen more than you talk, you can learn something. But if you talk, you only know what you already know.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is fantastic. Awesome. I have one last question for you. What's your favorite software?
Yeah. My favorite software right now is the HubSpot, I think. And I made some gray hairs down the journey with HubSpot, but I think now we're in order with everything. So now HubSpot is a good friend of mine, but for some months ago, we did not go so well together.
I understand. Yeah.
So for now, I think HubSpot and me and I are very good friends.
Nice. Is there anything else that you want to tell us today on the podcast?
No, I really appreciate that you would have me on your podcast, and I hope I could add value. Or if someone are curious about what we're doing, if they want some help with, if they're a new sales rep or everything, just hit me up on LinkedIn. I will answer when I have time, but I will answer. So I'm here to help. I think the world needs salespeople, and we need good ones. Then we can keep on going forward.
Thank you so much for being here and thank you for your advice.
Thank you, Christian.